Carrier and Alpine Air.
And we're back at it here on this Monday, first day of April, 2024. I'm Dan Kuntz. I will be in my best behavior today. Ain't going to be easy. Beautiful morning, 48 degrees. We've had a gorgeous stretch of weather. It's going to continue for 2 more days. Upper 60s, lower 70s today, mid 70s Tuesday, and then a big change in the weather will happen on Tuesday night. There's a very robust cold front that's going to cool us down by about 20 degrees. By Wednesday, and maybe a little bit of snow around the valley in the upper reaches. It's a possibility. So enjoy today and enjoy tomorrow. And a lot of people are going to be doing that because for most of the area public schools, it's spring break. No school for the week. We are going to work, but we're not going to work real hard. It's Monday. Forecast details are coming up. Quite a bit of news to touch on. Lots of sports, as is usually the case. The Wenatchee Wild and the Kelowna Rockets split their 2-game series. It was a wild game at the Town Toyota Center Friday night. We'll have highlights of that. Quite calmer on Saturday, and the Wild took the loss there. So they're split at a game apiece. We'll have highlights of both of those games and everything else that took place over a busy weekend in sports and everything else that we normally do on Mondays. I'm trying to remember what it is that we normally do on Mondays, but we'll get it together and make it happen. All right, let's do our tour. Let's see what we have going on out there. On a beautiful morning. The sun has now been up for almost a half an hour. Sunrise this morning, 6:38. Sunset tonight, 7:31. 12 hours and 53 minutes. We'll go above the 13-hour mark before this week is over. Not a bad weekend. Saturday's high was 58. Sunday, we got up to 62. We'll be warmer than that today, warmer even still tomorrow, with a few high clouds floating around. That's about it. That's, of course, our view from our Wenatchee Heights camera. Let's head on up to Billy Goat. Say good morning to Billy Goat. Gamble Sands is open. The Alta Lake Golf Course is open. I can always tell you when the golf courses are open. Nice sunrise up there. And that mountain you see way up in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, that little protuberance up there, that's in Canada. That's how high up that camera is. Our Billy Goat camera looking down over beautiful Pateros and the Medhow River. We haven't used the Monument camera in quite some time. Monument Hill out there as we overlook Quincy, where opportunities are unlimited out there. That the Sky-Fi has to be on a high place, you know, a tower in a place that has quite a bit of elevation. Obviously, there's not a lot of elevation out there in Quincy, so we take advantage of about the highest spot we can find out there. We have a camera on Monument Hill. Good morning to Quincy. And let's head on up to Lake Wenatchee, where finding the tops of mountains is pretty easy. There's a lot of them, and it looks like the snow is all but gone from Kaler Glen. I see a couple of little splotches of snow on the north-facing slopes because they don't get direct sunlight. Of course, there's a lot of trees, but looks like maybe Kaler Glen can get up and running in the not-too-distant future. They're going to have nice weather up there as well. Good morning to Lake Wenatchee, and the snow continues to melt off of Dirty Face. So what do we have this week weather-wise? The National Weather Service sent us this slide last night. We're going to show it to you soon. And if not, we'll just go right to the weather forecast. We can do that as well. We're live here. We work without a net. So what are we looking at for this week? Beautiful day today. Nice looking day tomorrow. So 2 more days of this stuff. Very warm. And then the bottom drops out. We got the forecast, and let's look at something like that. From the National Weather Service. Oh, yeah, here you go. Yeah, this is a brief synopsis of what we're expecting this week. Everybody is going to be well above normal, especially tomorrow. We're going to be way up there. We're going to be about 20 degrees below normal. And then starting Tuesday night, here comes the cold air and the wet weather. And we're going to go from well above normal to below normal to quite a bit below normal by the time we get to the weekend. And yeah, snow is possible in the higher elevations of the Cascades. So from the National Weather Service, here is your forecast. 2 more days of sunshine. Lots of it. High today, right around 70, 71. During the warmest part of the day. Again, we hit 62 yesterday after a 58-degree high on Saturday. Clear tonight, pretty mild, 46 for the overnight low. Tuesday, 1 more day of the good stuff. Going to be very nice with a high near 76. Don't get used to it because this rather robust cold front will be rolling in on Tuesday. By Wednesday, as the day progresses, the clouds will be rolling in. As you can see, we're going to be about 20 degrees cooler on Wednesday than we're going to see on Tuesday as this cold air comes barreling in. Also a little breezy on Wednesday. So most of the sunshine will be Wednesday until about mid-afternoon, and then the clouds will be going in. 37 for the overnight low Wednesday night. Thursday, rain, maybe. Light rain is possible. Snow level, by the way, on Thursday morning is going to be at 1,800 feet. That's pretty low. 58 for the forecast high on Friday under partly sunny skies. And then we, a little bit above normal, right around normal, with quite a bit of cloud cover on Saturday with some light rain possible in the high of 58. And on Sunday, quite a bit of sunshine in the high of 60. So as you can see, we're going to ride the weather roller coaster all this week, from 71 today to 76, and then way down to 57, 55 with some light rain on Thursday, and then we start climbing up a little bit. It is still, after all, early spring. And that's your forecast. When we come back, we'll have the news. You're watching a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
AmeriCorps allows me to make a huge impact on my community and kickstart my career.
AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to use my skills for the greater good.
Serving in AmeriCorps gave me the opportunity to help in my community. Take a few minutes to see how you can help your community.
AmeriCorps does vital work in our region. You can make a difference. Join today and make the impact.
Welcome to Gilded Lily Home, where something extraordinary is waiting. You'll be delighted to find an amazing selection of specialty foods and tabletop decor. Browse their uniquely curated collection of gifts. Shop for yourself in their wide collection of jewelry and clothing, and for your home with their amazing hand-selected furniture, lighting, and decor. The Gilded Lily Home, where you can step in for inspiration and leave with beautiful items for your home, your kitchen, and your lifestyle.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
48 degrees with a couple of high clouds floating around up there. We'll be upper 60s anyway, maybe even warmer than that today. Mid-70s on Tuesday, and then whoop, here comes the cold air. And a friendly reminder, it is still early spring with temperatures dropping down quite a bit by Wednesday and Thursday with some clouds and maybe even some rain. It's 8 minutes after the hour. A motorist fleeing police and what authorities say was a stolen car crashed into a power pole. This happened early Saturday morning. It caused an electrical outage, and the suspect, they haven't found him yet. East Wenatchee police say the pursuit began around 4:30 on Saturday morning when a patrol officer spotted a vehicle traveling erratically through residential neighborhoods, determined from its registration that the car had been reported stolen in Moses Lake. Earlier this month, the officer attempted a traffic stop. The vehicle sped away on a Rock Island Road just south of 3rd Street. The driver missed a curve, left the roadway, the vehicle struck and knocked over a power pole, and that cut out power to about 600 customers in that area. The driver allegedly fled on foot through thick brush towards Highway 28. In the meantime, a pickup truck theft was reported in the same time frame, just a few blocks away. It was thought originally that those two items were related. 2 suspects were arrested, but it turns out that the stolen truck was not related to the original pursuit and crash. Police say the main suspect is known to police. They're still looking for him, and both that driver's stolen vehicle and the pickup truck were recovered. Wenatchee police say a resident in a South Wenatchee Avenue apartment shot and wounded another man who allegedly tried to enter the residence. This happened just after midnight on Friday morning. The gunshot victim, a 50-year-old Wenatchee man, was found suffering a single gunshot wound to his abdomen. Police were called to the scene in the 300 block of South Wenatchee Avenue just after midnight on Friday morning. Police Captain Brian Chance says the two men involved in the incident did not know each other. The wounded man was taken for treatment to Confluence Health. The case remains under investigation. No charges have been filed. You may have heard of Amazon, the largest online shopping and shipping company in the world. They're going to have a new footprint, and it's going to be right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Amazon is building what is called a last-mile distribution center off of Urban Industrial Way. That's just north of Payne-Bourne Memorial Airport. The Chelan-Douglas Port Authority says construction is underway on the 45,000 square foot facility. Once complete, the center should create about 150 jobs, although not all of those jobs will be full-time jobs. Amazon closed on the 8.5-acre deal about 2 weeks ago. They paid $2.5 million for it. It will look something like that. That's the last mile center in Maple Valley, and Amazon says it should be complete by the end of the year. The city of Wenatchee will pay just under $14 million for construction improvements to the Wenatchee Convention Center. Absher Construction was a successful bidder for the center's renovation, which includes new breakout rooms, an expanded kitchen space, and better accessibility to the Fountain Plaza area. The Wenatchee City Council approved the contract unanimously on Thursday night. The total redesign and construction project will likely cost about $16 million. The city issued bonds to pay for the renovation last November. The Wenatchee School District may cut 63 staff positions in the 2024-2025 school year to make up a nearly $9 million budget shortfall. At the Wenatchee School Board meeting on March 26th, Superintendent Corey Callahar presented a budget update that outlined how staff positions would be cut. Now, if the board was to vote to close Columbia Elementary School, that would cut 28 staff members and save $2.5 million in materials, supplies, and operating costs. If the schedules at the middle schools and high school are changed, 20 middle school and 6 high school staff positions would also be cut. Additionally, the district cut 9 other positions through eliminations, resignations, and reductions. Callahar also said there will be additional reductions needed in the future as enrollment continues to decline. And speaking of the Wenatchee School District, Columbia Elementary School Administration will follow some of their students to Lincoln Elementary if Columbia closes. Recent administration changes have shifted Wenatchee School District plans around to allow for Principal Cy Stuber and Assistant Principal Lydia Oakes to go to Lincoln if a closure happens. If Columbia were to close, half of the student population would go to Lincoln and the other half would go to Washington Elementary School. Back in February, the district announced plans to send Stuber and Oakes to John Newberry and Newberry Principal Socorro Yanez to Lincoln to co-principal with Tim Shepard. Now, Shepard will move into the state and federal director position with the Wenatchee School District, and that will allow Stuber to take his place at Lincoln should a closure occur, and Yanez will stay at Newberry. There'll be a test later on. I hope you got all that. That's the news at 13 minutes after the hour. If last week was any indication, we're going to have a busy news week in the newsroom, and we invite you to stay informed about what's going on by watching the news at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock on television. If that doesn't work for you, you can watch the news on our website, ncwlife.com, right around 5 o'clock, our Facebook page, our homepage, our Twitter page. It's everywhere. You can't get rid of us. And if you have a news tip for us, we'd love to hear from you. Get a hold of us. Send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. That's how you download the QR code, by the way. When we come back, it was a busy weekend in sports. Don't believe me? Visit me in 2 more minutes. You're watching a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Nosotros escogimos Pínicos porque es una escuela pequeña.
Todos los maestros son muy amables y son entendidos, entienden a las personas.
Es un lugar pequeño donde los niños pueden recibir la mejor atención.
Pueden apoyar a los niños en desarrollar lo que a ellos les gusta.
So you may have heard the latest trend, shrinkflation. Companies are making products smaller and decreasing the quality of their ingredients. Well, at Abby's, we're going the opposite direction. We're sticking with the same plan that's worked since 1964. For a real value, head to Abby's. This is Skinny, and he helped found Abby's 60 years ago. In honor of Skinny, we're putting his favorite pizza on sale. Savory pizza sauce, Canadian bacon piled to the edge, and juicy tomatoes make this a very special pizza. Order your Skinny special right now at abbys.com.
Mount Stewart Physical Therapy is all new. New staff, new therapists, and a fabulous new chiropractor. That's right, you do not need to drive to Wenatchee or Kashmir for your care. Come see Dr. Zolman, DC. No referral needed for most insurances. Open your auto and work injury claims with us, or fax your post-op and Medicare therapy prescriptions to us right here in town. We offer covered pelvic floor services. We are premium health care for the Upper Valley. Improve your quality of life today. Mount Stewart Integrative Therapy and Chiropractic.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Right now, during our spring tire sale, save up to $80 on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
"16 minutes after the hour in sports, Emmanuel Valdez jacked a 3-run homer. Unfortunately, he plays for the Boston Red Sox. Garrett Whitlock pitched 5 strong innings, and the Red Sox take the 4th and final game of their 4-game series yesterday afternoon. The final was 5-1. Bryce Miller took the loss. He gave up 4 runs, 6 hits in 5 innings of work. The Mariners and the Red Sox split their 4-game series. The Cleveland Guardians in Seattle tonight for the first of a 3-game set. First pitch on Root Sports at 6:40. All right, to the American League West scoreboard we go. How do the other teams do? Kind of a mixed bag. Angels knocked off the Orioles 4-1. The Yankees sweep the Astros 4-3. In interleague play, Cubs beat the Rangers 9-5, and the A's won a game. They beat the team coming to town tonight. They beat the Guardians 4-3. As far as the Seattle Kraken is concerned, the Dallas Stars beat the Kraken 3-0 on Saturday night for their 7th straight win. Seattle, check this out. Seattle will finish the regular season as the only NHL team who did not win at home on a Saturday. The Kraken travel to San Jose, by the way, and they're really bad, so they should win that one tonight. It is the Sharks and the Kraken, 7:30 on Root Plus. Well, as you know by now, on Friday, both the local teams eliminated from the NCAA tournament. Purdue, which is now in the Final Four, eliminated Gonzaga. It's actually, Gonzaga scored 68 points. Not 6, but you get the idea. Purdue knocks off Gonzaga, so their season came to an end. And down in Portland, #1 Texas took care of the Gonzaga ladies. The final there was 69-47. So both the Gonzaga men and ladies, their seasons come to an end. They made it to the round of 16. Well, this was a pretty crazy game on Friday night. The Wenatchee Wild and the Kelowna Rockets, they're tied at a game apiece after splitting their 2 games of Wenatchee over the weekend. Friday night, a wild affair. Briley Wood led the way, 4 goals and 6 points. Buckle your seatbelts.
Swings it over for Cooper, right point. Cooper goes back door. Wood up top, finds Sword. Cooper one-timer, save made, rebound, they score! Touched up by Isogai. Played on the end boards for Kikkonen, who's 9 of 10 so far in the contest. Wild jam it in and score! Top, Sward moves it to the right point. Cooper through for Isogai. And across for Wood. One-timer, Sward blocked that one. Second chance, Wood, he scores! Low in the left circle, sends it high into the net, and the Wild have made this a 5-3 game. Sometimes you do it basically while you're stationary along the wall, just rip somebody's feet out from underneath them. He did it in motion. Thrown in, foot tipped in, they score! This is a 5-4 hockey game. This game is getting wild indeed. Connor Prasovsky with the finish, and Wenatchee has made this a 1-goal game. Swart at the left point. Back through to the right point for Miles Cooper. Wenatchee needs 1 goal on the power play to tie it, and they got it! Graham Swart down the slot. We are tied! Riley Wood is out there but Evan Friesen will take the draw in the Wenatchee end with $1:23 to play. Half of that will be spent down a man. And the face-off belongs to the Rockets. One-timer, Goisik, huge glove save, Daniel Hauser. Oh, baby, what a save. Flashing the leather, a game-saving stop for Daniel Hauser. And 1:18 to go. Stutes wrist shot, got that one blocked. Isogai put himself in front of it, and Isogai Iginla caught below the goal line. Isogai is loose. Isogai, 86, makes it 8-6. A 2-goal lead with 2 seconds to go. Kenta Isogai into the empty net to end an all-time classic in the Wolves' Den. Moore will step in to take the final draw of the night. We'll let the crowd tell you the rest. Got that one blocked. Isogai put himself in front of it, and Isogai Iginla caught below the goal line. Isogai is loose. Isogai, 86, makes it 8-6. A 2-goal lead with
That was Friday night. Saturday night, that was another story altogether. After all those goals on Friday night, they should have saved a couple for Saturday. We only got one goal. That was Sam Ward. He found the back of the net. Saturday night, the Kelowna Rockets defeat the Wild. The final there was 3-1.
But the Wild cannot clear it as Cooper loses an edge and the tire falls off. Left point Price throws one on. It gets through. They score. Caden Price tosses one to the net from the left wing. I thought it got tipped, and it was Andrew Crystal. Tapped in behind the net. It goes to Goisik. 7:30 left in the first period. Wild down 1-0. One-timer save. Long Karen Trey Johnson. He scores, and it's 2-0 Kelowna. Middlestead on the end boards. Trying to get to him in time for a stiff check was Friesen. Able to shove him away, but not much more. Wood has it behind the net. One-timer. Ward puts it on and scores! A one-timer! 2-1! Makes it 2-1! Just the way it drawn up, right? Sam Ward, a one-timer. Hammers it home from the left half, and the Wenatchee Wild have cut it to a one-goal game. 3-1 Kelowna. Stolen, swept down ice. This will be icing. It goes well wide of the target. Sward is the first one in for the touch-up with 90 seconds to play. Out high for Sward. Wrist shot into heavy traffic, blocked in front, played to the side, and that will do it. 3-1 the score. The Kelowna Rockets even up a best-of-7 series, and there will be a Game 5 coming up on Friday night back here in Wenatchee.
So the series now shifts, as Austin just told you. We'll be in Kelowna for games tomorrow night and Wednesday night. Thursday is a travel day, Game 5. Friday night right here in the big city. All right, Prep Soccer scoreboard. There's a lot of scores to get to. Davis shut out Wenatchee in Yakima on Friday. The final there was 3-0. West Valley got the better of Moses Lake on the pitch on Friday, 4-2. Quincy lost to the Bush School, 4-2. Chelan got by Lakeside at a 9 Mile Falls, 6-0. Omak over Colville, and Brewster over Manson in boys soccer over the weekend. Prep baseball scoreboard, a clean sweep for West Valley. Took both games of the doubleheader against the Panthers in Yakima, 10-1 and 12-1. Moses Lake, no problems with Eisenhower on Friday. 16-5 and 14-4. Sela sweeps Ephrata in CWAC action, 10-4 and 12-2. More baseball over the weekend. Chelan and Cashmere split a doubleheader. Chelan won the first one 5-2. Cashmere took the nightcap, 9-1. Omak sweeps Cascade, 12-5 and 14-1. Prep baseball scoreboard again over the weekend. Most of these on Friday, some on Saturday. Liberty Bell outscored Lake Roosevelt in their two games, 36-0. Brewster got by Okanagan 7-4, and then Okanagan got the nightcap over Brewster 8-6. Cle Elum sweeps Tonasket 16-10 and 11-10. Prep softball scoreboard. West Valley sweeps the Panthers at Walla Walla Point Park 15-3 and 21-8. Royal beat Eastmont in a non-leaguer on Friday 13-6, and then Eastmont turned around and beat Royal 12-8. Moses Lake sweeps Eisenhower 21-0 and 14-4. More Prep girls softball. Glacier Peak beat Eastmont well, actually they won 7-0. That's my bad. And then Moses Lake in East Wenatchee beat Glacier Peak 7-3. Cashmere swept Silan, and Quincy sweeps Wapato. And finally, more softball. Okanagan sweeps Clay Elum. It was Brewster just getting by Tenasket in Game 1. Tenasket rolled over Brewster in Game 2, 24-14. And Lake Roosevelt outscored Liberty Bell by a bunch in their doubleheader, 17-0 and 11-1. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. For the obscure holiday, and it's supposed to be obscure, so we're not going to do April Fool's Day today because there's nothing obscure about that. It is National Sourdough Bread Day. It's National Atheist Day, but we're celebrating the penny. Today is National 1 Cent Day. How much does it cost the U.S. Mint to make a penny? About $1.50 cents. So they actually lose about $50 million a year making the penny. But the penny ain't going anywhere. How many pennies do they make? Anywhere between 5 to 10 billion pennies a year. About 5 to 10 billion pennies a year. How many 1 cent coins are out there in circulation? They're estimated somewhere between 150 billion and 200 billion 1 cent coins are out there. The official name, by the way, is the 1 cent coin. It's not called a penny. Penny is the British denomination of the same name. Of course, they're not made of copper anymore. They're actually made of zinc with a copper coating because they needed copper during World War II. The copper was used for ammunition, and so they started changing the way they make pennies. But during World War II, they struck about 1 billion steel 1 cent coins. Those are the only coins that will actually stick to a magnet. And some were accidentally struck from bronze. If you have a 1943 1 cent coin that was made of bronze, it's worth about $100,000 today. That ain't bad. Happy birthday to the penny. As long as we have a tax, a sales tax, we will always have a penny because nothing is exactly, $5 anymore. Happy 1 cent day today. Today in history at 27 minutes after the hour, you can say goodbye to the Seattle Pilots. This is a bad April Fool's joke. April 1st, 1970, 54 years ago today, Bud Selig, the automobile dealer out of Milwaukee, buys the Seattle Pilots, pays about $11 million for it. They tried to sue. They didn't work. Bud Selig immediately moved the Pilots to Milwaukee. He renamed the team the Brewers. They kept the Pilots' colors and color scheme on their uniforms because they just recycled the uniform. They just took Pilots off and stitched Brewers in. That's why the Brewers still have the same color scheme. By the way, the Seattle Pilots lost $1 million during their lone season in Seattle in 1969, but eventually lawsuits would be filed and eventually we would get the Mariners, so there you go. You remember the Gremlin? There it is. That's a beautiful car, isn't it? April 1st, 1970, 54 years ago today, the first of over 670,000 AMC Gremlins are released into North America to compete with the foreign imported cars. These things were everywhere for a time. Now they're collector's items. They were pretty sporty. They got great gas mileage. They were well made. Of course, AMC doesn't exist anymore. And now if you have a really nice AMC Gremlin that you've kept up in good shape from 1970 to about 1977, that's worth some money. The Gremlin. I had a friend of mine in high school who had a Gremlin. We called it the Lime Crime. It looks something like that. Happy birthday to the behemoth. That is Apple. That is 2066 Christ Drive, Los Altos, California, USA. It's now a tourist destination because that was the home that Steve Jobs lived in. Of course, he and Steve Wozniak built the computer in the garage you see there. Apple is formed April 1st, 1976. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and poor Ronald Wayne. Ronald Wayne had his own venture 4 years earlier that went bankrupt, so he was kind of a little gun shy. And less than 2 weeks after Apple was founded on April 12th, 1976, Ron Wayne got cold feet. He sold his 10% share back to the two Steves for $800. $800 is what he sold his 10% share of the company in. Apple is now worth over $3 billion. Oh, Ron. And finally, I remember this day very well indeed. This is the 40th anniversary. Just one day before Marvin Gaye would have turned 45, he is shot and killed by his father. His mother and his father and him, they all lived together in Los Angeles. They were having a fight. He intervened. He was shot to death by his father at the age of 44. I remember that like it was yesterday. All right, That's good. That's very good. Nicely done, Tucker. Like to see you right after the show. Let's do real birthdays. You're going to go, okay, who's Denise Nickerson? I'll let you think about this for just a little bit. Just a little bit. Denise Nickerson. Who was she? We've lost Denise. We lost her a couple of years ago. She was Violet Beauregard, the bratty bubblegum chewing gal on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. She was also my favorite character until she blew up like a giant blueberry and rolled away. Denise Nickerson was born in the state in 1957, passed away a couple of years ago at the age of 62. And as you well know, I am a big fan of the Norwegian javelin thrower Andreas Thorkildsen. Andreas Thorkildsen is 42 years old today. He won the Olympic gold medal in javelin in 2004 and 2008. Happy birthday, Andres. And there you go again to, I can't wait for Uriah to get back from vacation. Okay, we're going to take a break. I'm going to have a little chit chat with some of the people who don't exactly, you can get that off the damn screen now. Mike Minotti will be joining me when we come back, and then 2 of those Nick on the Rocks videos that people really like. Nick Zenter is a geologist at Central Washington University. He's going to do we're going to show you the video of how Saddle Rock was formed and all those big boulders up in the Waterville Plateau. Where do they come from? Nick on the Rocks, 2 episodes of that coming up. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley, I hope, on the NCW Life channel. Oh, I forgot to do my...
Need a break from reality? Central Washington Water has a showroom full of possibilities. Ask about a saltwater system for a more natural approach to water care. They use less chemicals and have less maintenance. Free-flow plug-and-play spas make it simple and affordable to get you soaking. At Central Washington Water, there's a hot tub for every space and every budget. Central Washington Water, your water care professionals.
It's me, Blippi! Blippi's back on stage with his brand new Wonderful World Tour.
I'm an excavator.
Sing, dance, and make new discoveries. In Blippi, the Wonderful World Tour with special guest Mika.
My name is Mika. Yeah, it's nice to meet ya.
For tickets and more, visit BlippiOnTour.com. Blippi, the Wonderful World Tour.
Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue, family owned and operated on North Wenatchee Avenue, right next to Hooked on Toys. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue uses only fresh ingredients handcrafted with love, including authentic Hawaiian barbecue and Japanese-style ramen noodle soups. And the bubble teas will keep you coming back for more. Enjoy the culinary tour of the Pacific Rim with Hawaiian barbecue lunches and combo plate classics, as well as ramen noodle soups. Tiki Hawaiian Barbecue. Enjoy their comfort food like you're one of the family.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, and in touch. Locatel cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with your choice of speed makes life better. If you need fast, reliable internet, or maybe an upgrade, or you just have questions, connect with us by visiting locatel.com or call 509-888-8888 today.
This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, Bruce Springsteen is a Jersey boy, and that's pretty cool. But his song, Glory Days, always kind of bothered me. I always thought it was depressing, particularly the line, well, time slips away and leaves you with nothing, mister, but boring stories to tell of. Now, this is my goal. You know, I never want my glory days to be behind me. I always want them to be something ahead. No matter how old we get, I think we ought to need to keep stretching ourselves, keep trying to top the good stuff of our past. Glory days? Maybe sometime tomorrow. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
Welcome to the newest and funnest fashion boutique on Wooden, featuring mountain chic clothing and men's footwear from UGG, Brixton, Sorel, and Free People. Walk on into the Tiffany Blue Building on the second block of Wooden and check it out.
It is nearly impossible to describe what you'll find in Lush Life. It's an eclectic collection of items from around the world. See it for yourself at the corner of Wooden and Emerson.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
What does it mean to be curious?
For my students, curiosity creates opportunities for a bigger and brighter future.
The golden wheat fields of the Waterville Plateau in northern Washington, just like the plains of West Texas. And yet, boulders like these, thousands and thousands of haystack rocks, as they're known locally, are made out of basalt lava. There has to be a story to these boulders, right? There is. It's a 17,000-year-old story involving ice. So how are you supposed to make a living growing wheat if you have these incredible haystack rocks out in your fields? They're too big to move. Well, the farming has been done here for more than a century around the haystack rocks. So the boulders haven't been moved by the farmers, but the boulders themselves were moved. They were carried by the Canadian ice sheet. 17,000 years ago, the ice sheet crossed the border from the north. The ice sheet was at least 2,000 feet thick right here. And these boulders were picked up over by the Columbia River north of here, just a few miles. And the cliffs of that Columbia Gorge were made out of basalt lava rock. The ice sheet picked up pieces of the basalt, carried them a few miles, and set them here. It's almost like these haystack rocks have been carefully laid down on a string and plopped right here. To confirm our story, to make sure it's an ice sheet story and not an ice age flood story or some other kind of story, let's look carefully underneath Jaeger Rock to look for specific evidence. This is Jaeger Rock, and this is Glacial Till, the key to the whole story. This deposit's almost like a nest underneath Jaeger Rock. And the deposit itself has a sandy matrix to it, this kind of gray stuff. But there's rocks within this that are kind of polished, angular to subrounded. Most of them are basaltic in nature. There's no layering, there's no organization to this stuff. This is poorly sorted rock in glacial till. If you go to Antarctica today or Greenland today, you'll find glacial till like this being deposited during our lifetime. So here on the plateau, it's 17,000-year-old glacial till. The ice is gone, but the evidence remains that the ice sheet was right here near Mansfield, Washington. Haystack rocks, glacial till, okay, yeah. But the most famous and beautiful features is also a glacial deposit here on the plateau, the Withrow Moraine. An incredibly delicate, linear ridge composed of glacial till and haystack boulders. And to the south of the moraine, there are no boulders. The ice never got the southern half of the Waterville Plateau, but north of the moraine, boulders everywhere. So the moraine shows us the precise southern margin of the Canadian ice sheet. And 17,000 years ago, from the moraine north, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 feet of ice. But south of the moraine, no ice history at all. The moraine, the haystack rocks of the Waterville Plateau, a 17,000-year-old record of ice in Washington State.
This series was made possible in part with the generous support of Pacific Science Center.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
Steelhead Cider offers 20 taps with cider, beer, and wine, featuring views of the lake, great music, and fantastic flights. Find it on Wooden Ave behind the bookstore in downtown Chelan.
Kelly's Classic Ace Hardware Store. From the minute you walk through the door, you'll feel the difference. Kelly's revives the days of personal service lost in the big box stores of today. Kelly's Ace Hardware in classic downtown Chelan.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
What does it mean to be curious? For my students, curiosity creates opportunities for a bigger and brighter future.
Wenatchee, Washington is down there on a perfect late spring evening. And this is Saddle Rock, a pinnacle of volcanic lava that looms above the Columbia River. There's more than Saddle Rock. There's many of these pinnacles that are 44 million years old. That's a new date from new research. What kind of rock is up here what kind of volcano story can be told by studying Saddle Rock. Hint, it's older than the Cascade volcanoes. Okay, top of Saddle Rock. This is rhyolite, and rhyolite is very stiff lava. This is not the kind of volcanic rock that you typically see in the well-known Cascade volcano line like Mount Rainier and Mount St. Helens. It's a pink volcanic rock with these little white chunks inside, little smoky quartz crystals. Well, this is very stiff, sticky lava. And so each of these pinnacles is a rhyolite dome, a squirt of very toothpaste-like magma that was part of a very explosive volcanic system. Saddle Rock, beautiful pinnacle. There's a whole family of these volcanic outcrops, including this one here. This is Wenatchee Dome, just like it sounds, a dome of lava. But there's a specific story about all of these outcrops. They tell the same story with age and chemistry. Let's look a little bit more carefully at this volcanic outcrop and try to put a story together. Saddle Rock, 44 million year old rhyolite. Wenatchee Dome, same stuff. Castle Rock, Black Thumb, Rooster Comb. If this is too old for the Cascades and it's rhyolite, what should we be visualizing for this area at that time? This is a welded tuff. It's the result of a pyroclastic flow, an ignimbrite, an ash flow tuff. Those phrases all mean the same thing. The most explosive, dangerous, ground-hugging hurricanes of ash, rock, gas, coming to rest, welding in place with a volcanic vent close by. This is much closer to a supervolcano story than it is a composite cone volcano. We're still trying to work out the details of if there's a supervolcano here, or where the vents are, or what the volcano actually looked like. But it's major progress to realize that all of these pinnacles at Wenatchee tell the same story. So yes, this is a volcano story, but no, this is not volcanoes standing on this landscape for 44 million years. Let's not get carried away. This is an underground story. So these pinnacles of rhyolite lava were actually underground, fingers of magma working their way up through soft sandstones. Some of them got to the surface and exploded violently. But these pinnacles are the result of eroding soft sandstone over the last 44 million years, and what's left standing? These fingers of frozen magma that today preside over Wenatchee, Washington.
This series was made possible in part with the generous support of Pacific Science Center.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
Get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double sales tax discount or no money down special financing for up to 5 years with no minimum purchase.
There's no better time to freshen up your living room, dine in style, or get that bedroom set you've always wanted. Plus, get a double sales tax discount or up to 5 years special financing with no money down.
Making it the perfect time to max your tax return and spend less at Walker's.
Check out ClubCrowCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Okay, we are back here on this Monday, April Fool's Day. I'm on my best behavior. Some of my coworkers are not. I got so discombobulated with our little friendly joke at the bottom of the show, I forgot to thank our platinum sponsor, and that would be Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air, and it's still not too late to have them come on out and give your HVAC system a little look-see, because the heat is coming, folks, and the last thing you want is to have your air conditioner break down in the middle of July. Be proactive, have Alpine Air go out and take a look at it and see if you need to get something tuned up before the heat of the summer arrives. Speaking of heat in the summer, how's a pool sound? Pool to Spa Services on Worthen Street. They'll take care of you. If you have a pool, don't forget you got to get pool chemicals and all that stuff, filters and what have you. They'll take care of you there. Pool to Spa Services on Worthen by the Pilots Puppet Market. And special thanks to our friends at Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista, which is apparently, well, I'll be heading shortly. Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista. Quick heads up, there'll be a couple of jobs opening up here at Soleon Broadcasting by the end of the day today, so if you're interested, send me an email. In the meantime, let's go around the valley and north central Washington one more time with our cameras, because it's such a beautiful day, and it will be another beautiful day today, just like we had yesterday. Some of the high clouds that were in here this morning have seemed to have dissipated a little bit. The hills are starting to green up a little bit. Things are looking nice. That's from our Wenatchee Heights camera up to Billy Goat again. We go, just a beautiful view. Looks like maybe the upper part of the viewing area might have a few more high clouds up there. Let me see, Omak right now, you are checking in at 43 degrees here in the Wenatchee Valley. We're at 48 degrees. Ellensburg is a warm spot right now. It's already 52 down in Ellensburg, but not surprisingly, it's windy down there. What else do we have in the hopper? Back out to Monument. We say good morning to Quincy, where opportunities are unlimited. Monument Hill. Beautiful view of the Quincy area and out in the Columbia Basin. Good morning to Quincy. Right now, Quincy is at 48 degrees, just like we are here in the Wenatchee Valley. It looks like they have a few high clouds hanging around the basin. And if we're doing the same cameras, I think we're probably heading up to Lake Wenatchee, and by golly, we are. Good morning to Lake Wenatchee. Absolutely one of my favorite cameras. You can see almost the entire lake. You can see a little bit of the airstrip. Can't quite make out Fish Lake on the far right-hand corner of your screen, but you can see where the Little Wenatchee and the White River empty in to Lake Wenatchee, and it looks like the snow is all but gone for the most part, at Kaler Glen. I have lost many a golf ball at Kaler Glen. So next time you play Kaler Glen and you see a Titleist Pro V with a number 4 on it, that's mine. Just take it to the pro shop and turn it in, and I'll be sure to pick it up. All right, when we come back, the weather forecast. I hope you're still watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel. It's the NCW Life Community Calendar, a presentation of Sangster Motors. The Black Box comedy series continues at the America Performing Arts Center on Friday, April 5th, with Zach Zimmerman. Zach is not only a stand-up comedian, but a writer and a podcaster. This show is intended for a mature audience. And opening night for Into the Woods is also Friday, April 5th at the Snowy Owl Theater on the campus of the Icicle Creek Center for the Performing Arts. Tickets for both events are available by visiting their respective websites. Just a few high clouds. Is it me, or do we have all the sunshine here and everybody else from the cameras that we just saw has a few more high clouds floating around? That's what I've been thinking of anyway. We're in for a big time change in the weather once we get to Tuesday night, specifically into Wednesday, but we're going to have 2 more beautiful days of gorgeous weather. It was 58 on Saturday. Felt warmer, didn't it? 62 yesterday. Felt warmer than that, didn't it? But we're going to be well above normal. Our normal high this time of the year is 57. We're going to be well above that. As you can see, lots of sunshine today with a high of about 71, maybe upper 60s in most locations. That is not a record high. The record high in this day, by the way, is 80. We're not going to get anywhere close to that. 46 for the overnight low tonight. One more day of bountiful sunshine on Tuesday and a lot warmer. We'll be in the mid-70s on Tuesday. Again, not a record high, but certainly well above normal for the afternoon high on Tuesday. Things start changing Tuesday night. That's when a rather robust and strong cold front will bring increasing chances of a little bit of light rain for the valley floor and maybe some snow in some of our viewing locations. So Tuesday night, we're going to get down about 44 degrees. Wednesday, we're going to start out chilly and we're not going to get real warm after that. It's all relative. It's only 57, which is normal, but when you have the sunny and warm weather and then the temperature drops by a good, 15, 16 degrees, it kind of feels that way. Also a little breezy at times on Wednesday. It'll be sunny most of the morning. It'll be in the afternoon hours when the clouds will start thickening up on Wednesday. Wednesday night, nothing but clouds, 37 for the overnight low. Thursday, slight chance of some light rain, just a slight chance. The snow level on Thursday is going to start out at 1,800 feet, but there's no real precipitation in the forecast. The passes could get a light dusting. It'll go to 2,800 feet, by the way, by the time we get to Thursday afternoon. Lots of clouds and a high of 55. Slight chance of rain on Thursday night. Snow level will be hovering right around 3,000 feet on Thursday night. So I don't think, and with so lack of precipitation, I don't think we're going to have anything to worry about there as far as snow is concerned. 38 for the overnight low. Friday, partly sunny, high near 58, not bad at all. And then we head into the first full weekend in April. Friday night, slight chance of rain. Snow level goes back down to about 3,000 feet. On Friday night, we'll have quite a bit of cloud cover, 40 for the overnight low. Saturday, slight chance of some rain in the morning. I don't think it's going to happen. Snow level will be hovering right around 3,000 feet. It'll be partly sunny and a high of 58. And then on Saturday night, mostly cloudy, 37 for the overnight low. Sunshine returns on Sunday with a high near 60. Now, it is spring break for the area schools, so you can't ask for better weather for that for Monday and Tuesday. And then Wednesday is probably going to be I'm going to stay inside and do my homework kind of a day as the bottom drops out. By the way, that's a programming reminder. We got baseball tomorrow. We'll be at Dan White Field on the campus of Eastmont High School to cover Eastmont High School baseball. We'll be there at 4 o'clock. Eric with the call, and we're looking forward to that as our spring sports schedule continues. So looking forward to that. And yes, we'll be carrying all 3 Apple Blossom Parades again this year. the Youth Parade and the Grand Parade and the Les Schwab Parade. And that's it for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Live It Up, the show where we explore and discuss how to take your life to that next level and beyond. We cover health, wealth, relationships, and how to create a life that feels good, because after all, that's what we want. We just want to feel good. I'm your host and coach, Fletcher Ellingson. Today on the show, we're going to be visiting with Audie McClellan of Chelan, Washington. I invited Audie on the show because last year, she made a powerful decision to challenge herself mentally, spiritually, and physically. She signed up for a 36-hour endurance event called 29029 Everest, where